Class 11th Commerce, Subject Business Studies, Chapter number 2, Forms of Business Organizations, Lecture number 8. Limitations of a company. Point number 1, it is complexity in formation. Formation का मतलब होता है किसी भी चीज को बनाना. And now see. Point number 1, it is complexity in formation. The formation of a company requires greater time. Great one है महान नहीं, बहुत ज्यादा टाइम, बहुत समय, efforts, कोशिशें, and extensive knowledge. And you should, the person who wants to just start the business of company form, that person should have all the extensive knowledge of legal requirements and the procedures. In procedure, it is a system, proper way how to form company, means each and every information should be there. As compared to the sole proprietorship and partnership form of business organizations, form of a company is very much complex. See, company itself requires so many formalities, legal formalities, so much time, so much knowledge. Means to form the company is really difficult. Complex का मतलब है difficult. If I compare it with sole proprietorship or partnership form of business organization, so formation of these two is still simple. If it is compared with company, the formation of company is really very much difficult, very much complex. And the formation of sole proprietorship form of business organization or partnership form of business organization, in comparison, they are simpler than company. And I hope class 11 students, you people are really getting. In case of any doubt, you can just mail me. And you people, you all have my mail address. Point number 1, it is all done. Complexity, मुश्किल होना in बनाने में, formation माने बनाने में. It is really difficult to form a company. Point number 2, lack of secrecy. The Companies Act requires each public company to provide from time to time a lot of information to the office of the registrar of the companies. Now see, there are so many informations which are given by the company to the registrar of the companies. The Companies Act requires each public company to provide from time to time a lot of information to the office. See, whatever the informations they are required, they are asked by the registrar of companies, then it is the mandatory duty of any company to give them all the informations. And see, such information is available to the general public also. Whatever the information you give to the registrar of companies, in that case, see what happens. Those all informations, they are published in newspapers time to time. Such information is available to the general public also. It is therefore difficult to maintain complete secrecy about the operations of a company. See, and now listen. Because a company cannot keep any account with secrecy in their office. Whatever is done, whatever is earned, whatever are the profits, each and every information that is to be given to the registrar of the companies. कंपनी के जो कंपनी के रजिस्ट्रार का ऑफिस है, वहां पर each and every information is to be given. Means nothing can be kept as a secrecy. So, see, whatever is the point not to disclose, even that point also is to be disclosed. There is lack of secrecy because whatever decision is taken, each and every small or big thing, that is published in newspaper. So there remains a problem regarding secrecy. Means there is no lack of secrecy when it is the matter of company. आई होप बेटे कि आपको समझ में आया होगा बिल्कुल. पॉइंट नंबर 2 आगे बढ़ते हैं. पॉइंट नंबर 3, इट इज impersonal work environment. See, first of all I am giving you the example of class. If in class there are 60 students in one class, and then how much personally connected be a teacher with so many students? If the student number of students in a class is less, then definitely a teacher has full time. She can keep some personal records, each and information about each and everything of every student. The same thing is in the company. There is the impersonal work environment, and what is the reason? That there are so many people, so many employees, big staff. Then it becomes very much impossible thing to keep personal relations with everyone. See, this is the limitation of company. Third number is impersonal work environment. And one more thing it is there, that there is a separation of ownership and the management. When ownership and management, they are separate, the separation is done by the Indian Companies Act 2013. It leads to the situation in which there is lack of efforts as well as personal involvement on the part of officials of a company. And see, and what is the reason? इतने सारे लोग हैं, how can they be personal with everybody? That will be very much difficult. The large size of a company further makes it very difficult for the owners and even to the top management to maintain personal contact with the employees, customers and creditors. Because of large size, it becomes very much difficult. See, the large size of a company का मतलब है बहुत लोग होना, बहुत से employees का होना, money wise large and employment wise also large. The large size of a company makes it difficult for the owners and the top management to maintain personal contact with the employees, customers or creditors of any company. Means personal connection is not at all possible because size of a company always remains very big. Point number 4, numerous regulations. And now listen. The functioning of a company is subject to many legal formalities and provisions and compulsions. See, there are so many n number of regulations, rules which a company has to follow, and it makes the working difficult because every time you have to follow all the rules, regulations, all the norms, whatever are suggested by Indian Companies Act 2013. The functioning of a company is a subject. देखिए, जो कंपनी का काम करना किस पर बेस्ड है? It is based on many legal formalities, provisions and compulsions. Then what will happen? See, a company is overburdened, and when the company is overburdened, when the company is overburdened, then what will happen? See, there are so many restrictions. When restrictions are many more, then it will not be possible to see. Company overburden हो जाएगी बेटे. Overburden है because there are so many restrictions in respect of aspects including auditing, it is auditing, voting, filing of reports and preparation of so many documents. अब क्या होगा देखिए, जब regulations ज्यादा हैं तो the work will be very much difficult to be done. बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा काम करना. And now see, There are so many n number of regulations if I discuss about the company. And really company, it always remains overburdened, because every time it is very much mandatory for a company owners, directors, to get their company audited time to time. They have to file every time on time the taxation, their earnings, their expenses, each and everything. A company is overburdened with the numerous restrictions in respect of aspects. And what are those aspects? Including auditing, voting, filing of reports, and preparation documents. And it is required two certificates from the different agencies, for example from the registrar and from the SEBI. SEBI means Securities and Exchange Board of India. And now see, every time these all things, they are supposed to be filed. A company is overburdened with numerous restrictions in respect of aspects including audit, voting, filing of reports, preparation of documents, and is required to obtain various certificates. And to obtain, it is required to get many certificates from the different agencies. And what are the name of the agencies? It is registrar, and then from SEBI. From registrar they have to get certificates, from SEBI also they have to get certificates. Then what happens? You see, this reduces the freedom of operations of a company. In this case, what happens? A company cannot operate in a free way, and takes away a lot of time, efforts, and money. And really, these all are the things which are devoted to a business. Fifth number, delay in decision making. And now see, companies are democratically managed through the board of directors, which is followed by the top management, middle management, and the lower level of management. There are three types of management. See, then after that what happens? See, companies, they are democratically managed. There is also one man, one vote process. So the companies are also the part of democracy, or we can say that there is democracy in company. Companies are democratically managed through the board of directors, and which is followed by the बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स में कौन कौन को वो लोग गाइड करेंगे? दे विल गाइड टॉप मैनेजमेंट, मिडल मैनेजमेंट, एंड लोअर लेवल ऑफ मैनेजमेंट. Communication as well as approval of various proposals may cause may cause delay, not only in taking decisions but also in acting upon them also. See, when I have to discuss each and everything with each and every level, then what will happen? It will take a lot of time. When I need the approval from every department, it will take very much time. I have to decide anything again, then it will take very much time, because the discussion will be done with the top management, with lower management, with middle management. Communication, बातचीत भी उनसे करना होगा, and then various proposals also, they may cause delay not only in taking decisions but also in acting upon them also. Oligarchic management. A company is a democratic institution wherein the board of directors, they are the representatives of the shareholders, and shareholders are the owners of the company. In most large sized organizations having a multitude of shareholders, see, जो बहुत बड़ी बड़ी कंपनी, मल्टीट्यूड माने बहुत सारे, वेरी मच shareholders, the owners have minimal influence in terms of controlling or running the business. See, the owners, shareholders are the owners. They have minimal माने बहुत ही कम, ना के बराबर, influence in terms of controlling. They do not do anything regarding controlling or running the business in reality. It is point number 6, oligarchic management. In this now we are discussing about the overall policy of the company. See, because it is democratic company, it is board of directors, they people are the representatives. And who are the representative? Directors, they are representatives. Shareholders, they are the owners. In big sized companies, what happens? There is very much quantity, number of shareholders, and the owners, the shareholders are the owners, and they have minimal influence. They in terms of controlling and running the business, का मतलब है ना वो कंट्रोल ज्यादा कर पाते हैं, ना व्यापार को रन कर पाते हैं. इट इज द मैटर ऑफ only shareholders. It is so because the shareholders are spread all over the country and a very small percentage attend the general meetings. See, only a few percentage of shareholders, they attend the general meeting. क्योंकि जो हमारे शेयर होल्डर्स हैं वो सारे में all over country they are spread. And whenever the matter is of general meeting, what is going to happen? Very small percentage they are attending that general meeting. And now see, the body was considered in exercising their power, which they sometimes used even contrary to the interest of the shareholders. और अब ये देखिए, see, अब में क्या बात हो रही है? देखिए, कम्युनिकेशन as well as approval of various proposals. It may take decision. This part we have done just now. Delay in decision making, it is point number 6. And now see, it is so because the shareholders are spread all over the country and a very small percentage attend the general meeting. This I have explained. The board of directors as such enjoy considerable freedom in exercising their power, which they sometimes even use contrary to the interests of the shareholders. Now listen. When any person is given some authority, not party, when anybody is given some authority, power, in that case what happens? See, in that case they can use that power for their own benefit, in even the contrary to the interest. यानी कि वो चीजें जो शेयर होल्डर के इंटरेस्ट में है ही नहीं, but they are in the interest of the directors, they take advantage. So when the matter is of oligarchic management, even the directors, they think about their own benefit. Listen, the board of directors enjoy considerable freedom in exercising their power, which they even sometimes use contrary to the interests of the shareholders. देखिए, when the things are not according to shareholders, when the directors, they are making their own profits, then what will happen? What will be the result? In result, shareholders will be dissatisfied. And the reason for getting dissatisfaction is one more very much important point, that they will get less dividend. When the investment is done to get more profits, more dividend, if they will not get, then dissatisfied shareholders in such a situation have no option but to sell their shares. In that case, those dissatisfied shareholders, they will sell their shares and they will quit the company or exit the company. छोड़ देंगे या उसे निकल जाएंगे छोड़ करके. Dissatisfied shareholders in such a situation will have no option but to sell their shares and to quit the company, or we can say exit the company. As the directors virtually enjoy the rights to take all the major decisions, it leads to rule by a few. And now listen very carefully. देखो बेटा, the directors, they are enjoying their rights. They take all the major decisions. And then what will happen? It leads to rule by a few. It means only few directors will take initiative in that case, when the other directors, when no other director will be listened. In every company at least there remains three directors. If one or two directors, they are just doing whatever they like, whatever they want, they are enjoying their rights, they are taking all the decisions, then those who are neglected directors, they will take no interest. So it is written that it leads to rule by a few, because all the directors, they are not taking part. Let us move on to next topic. Point number 7, it is a conflict in interest. There may be conflict of interest among various stakeholders of a company. देखिए stakeholders होते हैं बेटे वो लोग जो भरोसा दिखाते हैं, they show their interest, their faith. The employees, for example, may be interested in higher salaries. Consumers, they can desire higher quality products at reasonable prices, and the shareholders want to hear it is in the form of dividend. एंड इंक्रीज इंट्रिंसिक माने जो उनकी बेसिक वैल्यू है, इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू है शेयर्स की, वो बढ़े. नाउ लिसन, नाउ इट इज द मैटर ऑफ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स इन इंटरेस्ट. ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन वांट्स देयर ओन इंटरेस्ट फुलफिल्ड. इफ दैट इंटरेस्ट इज नॉट फुलफिल्ड देयर रिमेन्स कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स. कॉन्फ्लिक्ट माने होता है बेटे मतभेद होना, लड़ाई झगड़े होना. 7 number, conflict in interest. Now see, the employees, what do they want? They want higher salaries. Salaries from where will the company pay? From their profits. Consumers, what will be the desire of the consumer? That consumer will definitely, it will be the desire of the consumer to get good quality products at reasonable price. It is not at all at cheaper rates, but the reasonable price. Shareholders want to hear it. अब शेयर होल्डर किस नाम में सुनना चाहेगा? वो डिविडेंड के नाम में सुनना चाहेगा. What will be his desire? His desire will be to increase the basic value of their shares. If that basic value of shares will not be more, then definitely they will quit the company, they will exit, because now their aim to earn profit is not fulfilled. They are getting less dividend. Then you can see now that there is conflict in the interest of every person. किसी को पैसा ज़्यादा चाहिए, किसी को अपना विचार ज़्यादा दिखाने हैं, कस्टमर को ज़्यादा बढ़िया सामान चाहिए रीजनेबल रेट पे. then it becomes very much difficult to make each and every person satisfied at any place. These demands pose problems in managing the company, and it often becomes difficult to satisfy all these diverse interests. Types of companies. See, now I am starting the next topic, that is types of companies. Private company. A private company means a company which a number restricts the right of members to transfer its shares. Means in a private company the shares cannot be transferred. B number has a minimum of 2 and maximum of 200 members excluding the present and past. C, present और past वाले आप अपने members को, shareholders को हटा दीजिए. minimum of 2 there should be the shareholders, and maximum they are 200. Means they should not cross the limit, as again it is prescribed by the Companies Act. See, now I am trying my level best कि आप लोगों को कोई confusion ना रहे बेटे. You people are new, and even the subject is new. You are also new. I am also new for you people. See, if a private company contravenes any of the, देखिए जो बात को अगर नहीं मानेगा, then what will happen? It cease माने होता है उसको रोक लगा देना, बंद कर देना. क्या चीजें बंद हो जाएंगी? Whatever are the exemptions and privileges which are given to private company, those all will be seized. Seize माने पूरी तरह से रोक लगा दी जाएगी. privileges of a private limited company as against a public limited company. A private company can be formed by only 2 members, whereas 7 people are needed to form a public limited company. Now see, private limited company can be started with 2, public limited के लिए at least 7 are required. 7 people are required. First number, दोबारा देखो बेटा, a private company can be formed by only 2 members. It is see, members or shareholders it is same. Whereas 7 people are needed to form a public limited company. Public company के लिए 7 and private के लिए 2. Move on to 2 number. There is no need to issue a prospectus as public is not invited to subscribe to the shares of a private company. In private company, minimum shareholders they are 2 and maximum they are 200, and present and past they are the shareholders they are excluded. So they do not need any type of prospectus, because prospectus can be issued if the public is invited. Point number 2, see once again, read it again, that public is not invited because it is a private limited company. Third number, allotment of shares can be done without receiving the minimum subscription. देखिए, मिनिमम सब्सक्रिप्शन इज वेरी मच इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ अ पब्लिक कंपनी, बट इन अ private company allotment of shares is done without receiving the minimum subscription. A private limited company can start business as soon as it receives the certificate of incorporation. व्यापार को शुरू करने का सर्टिफिकेट, इसका नाम है बेटा सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ इनकॉर्पोरेशन. फोर्थ नंबर, a private company needs to have only 2 directors as against the minimum number of 3 directors when it is the case of a public company. Public company में 3 directors are required, private company 2 directors are required. However, the maximum number of director for what type of companies is 15. And now listen, 15 directors they can be required. Now see once again the privileges which are given. Now see, allotment of shares can be done without receiving the minimum subscription. A private limited company can start business as soon as it receives the certificate of incorporation. Point number 4, a private company needs to have only 2 directors as against the minimum of 3 directors in case of a public company. However, the maximum of the directors for both types of the companies is 15. Private companies are not required to keep an index of members, while the same means in private company index is not required. In a public company, to keep an index of members is very much mandatory. Now see, you have seen so many things which are given to private company but not to public company. On the other hand, many things are given to public company, not to a private company. So let us move forward. Public company. A public company means a company which is not a private company. बिल्कुल ठीक बात है बेटा. As per the Companies Act, a public company is one which has first number minimum of 7 members or shareholders and no limit on maximum member. देखिए members बोले या shareholders it is same, 2 number. It has no restriction on transfer of securities. The meaning of securities is shares, debentures. Third number, it is prohibited from inviting the public to subscribe to which securities? To its securities. Point number 3, it is not prohibited from inviting the public टू सब्सक्राइब टू इट्स सिक्योरिटीज मीन्स ये लोगों को मना नहीं करते, प्रोहिबिशन नहीं है, निषेध नहीं है पब्लिक का आना। मीन्स पब्लिक कैन कम, पब्लिक कैन सब्सक्राइब, they can subscribe in their shares. Now listen, however a private company which is a subsidiary company of a public company is also treated as a public company. अब यहाँ बात को समझिए, देखिए बेटे, जो सब्सिडियरी है पब्लिक कंपनी की उसको भी हम पब्लिक कंपनी मानते हैं। जैसे कि आपका सी द मारुति फैक्ट्री, दे प्रोड्यूस, they get steerings from Sona Steering माने सर, when Maruti is a public company then Sona Steering will be treated as a public company, one person company. The Indian Companies Act 2013 introduces a new type of entity to the existing list in that apart from forming a public or private limited company. The 2013 Act enables the formation of a new entity. It is one person company, OPC. एक बार और देखो बेटा, The Indian Companies Act 2013 introduces a new type of entity, नया टाइप का एंटिटी, पहचान, एक व्यापार का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. It has come to the existing list apart from forming, listen, apart from forming a public or private limited company. The act enables the formation of a new entity, a one person company. It is one person company. Listen, as per section 3, उसका 3 का subsection 1 of the Indian Companies Act 2013, a one person company means accompanied with only one person as its member. यानी कि जो मेंबर है वो एक ही है, सिंगल ही है, वन ही है. The minimum paid up capital for one person company is ₹1 lakh. Paid up capital जो है that will be ₹1 lakh for one person company. Rule 3 का subsection 1 provides that only a natural person who is an Indian citizen and President of India shall be eligible to incorporate an OPC. OPC means one person company. No person shall be eligible to incorporate more than one OPC or become nominee in more than one such company. And now listen, if anybody wants to open one person company, he is not eligible that he should be nominated in other companies also. If it is OPC company, he will see only his company, he will conduct only his company. I hope that you people are getting. No person shall be eligible to incorporate more than one OPC or become nominee in more than one such company. That alone person will have to be the part of that OPC. OPC means one person company. And now listen, many topics are covered today. It is your mandatory duty बच्चों कि आप अपना होमवर्क करें, इसमें write and learn today's topic and all the topics. I have tried my best to make them very simple, very easy, so that you people should not face any type of difficulty. Thank you so much.